Hi Aries, this is Star with Ariana Stark with your monthly forecast for September 2024. I will use the ideal tarot as well as oracle cards. Even the Normand is something that I'm going to dive into this month. Let's just understand what's in store for you. Now, the overall energy this month is the King of Cups. I think this is a time when you need to focus on taking advice, seeking advice from those who are more learned. Maybe a doctor or a medical professional or even a lawyer in case you're dealing with legal matters, that is. Perhaps you also need to devote yourself to learning. Your responsibilities will definitely increase. Maybe your family could question your moves while others could be very supportive. Paperwork, technical matters is going to keep you busy. I also feel that you could be a bit emotional this month, so keep your emotions in check. Perhaps Aries, you also have to look for alternatives. Maybe someone is very manipulative this month, so you need to be extremely clever and ingenious. The final days of August stepping into September, I do have the Five of Swords. The 5, as you know, is a very flexible number. It expects you to adapt to the situations. Maybe you're also someone who was communicating or you needed to negotiate with those around you. Even if you were loath, you needed to do the same in order to get ahead. This was a time when you were very active, you had completed a lot of tasks. Maybe others found your ideas very controversial. I think you were also someone who was contemplating on a new idea or a serious venture, but then there were delays as well that you needed to handle. Some of you may have also been concerned with respect to the health of a loved one. Perhaps that is why the King of Cups, you're constantly discussing issues with a medical professional. Obstacles to overcome this month or the challenges, I do have the Hermit card. Now this is in the challenge position, so maybe you need to hold your tongue, you need to retreat from certain situations. Maybe there are restrictions, limitations which are imposed upon you by your family. That is why you could feel as though you need to retreat. Maybe you also feel unwanted. Financial matters could also create discord in your relationships. Maybe others expect you not to meddle, not to question the way they put finances in use. Work pressure is also going to mount on you. At times, Aries, you may also feel that others are saddling you with more responsibilities. Perhaps that is why this card, Seven of Swords, in the influence position. Like I said, someone could be saddling you with excess work. It could mean that you're overburdened. You need to sidestep such issues. You need to be very tactful while handling those people who are going to burden you with excess workload. You need to use your intelligence to tackle the problems that will arise this month. You're also someone who is going to complete work one after the other. The energy flow is going to be good. It is allowing you to get ahead even if there are delays, even if there are issues like malfunctioning gadgets. At times, Aries, you also need to give in or surrender to what your superior wants, because if you don't do the same, you could end up feeling alienated, unwanted, like I said with that Hermit card. Nip issues in the bud, because there is going to be talk. There's also going to be betrayal on the card. Someone is very sneaky and deceptive, like a thief in the night. Oftentimes this month, money, lack of work or employment opportunities in case you're unemployed could also affect your relationships with others. Yet this is also the month which is talking about reunions. The first 10 days of the month, I do have the Lovers card. Now this talks about a choice, whether in personal relationships or in professional matters. Communication is going to increase and bring in opportunities. At times, you could also have second thoughts. Maybe you think you should have quoted a higher price for your services, but then there's no point crying over spilt milk. Aries, your creativity will be visible as well as appreciated. I think compliments are also going to come your way with respect to your personal magnetism, your dress sense, your choices. You're going to turn heads for sure. Maybe that is why the card Treasure Trove from Divine Messages Oracle, which is talking about opportunity to make gains. Maybe you need to hoard things of value, collect things which are important to you. The next 10 days, that is 11 to 20th September, I do have the Three of Swords. Now, this lady, she seems to be dejected, depressed. She is not showing her face to us. She is in a defensive frame of mind. You know, this flower is also pierced with 3 swords. So that's why you may feel as though someone is piercing your heart. You feel desolate on account of the same. Disappointments are going to be there for Aries at this time. The work environment could also be very oppressive. Maybe you should also weigh your words carefully, because diplomacy is the need of the hour for you. Interestingly, you also have the presence of mind to get ahead. You should also understand that even if the work environment is stifling, even if there's rivalry that you have to combat, you should lie low, because these days will also pass. I think you also need to hold your tongue. Maybe some people could also accuse you of revealing what has been said in strict confidence. You know, sometimes on account of the heat of the moment, you can say something untoward and later you could bite your tongue. So try to avoid such sharp words. It is going to have a bearing on your relationship. You may not get what you desire, but then the universe always has your back. You also need to guard against ill health at such a time, because mentally or physically you are going to feel worn out. Financial mismanagement could also be an issue for some Aries. I think you need to be clear with respect to financial matters. From Lenormand, I do have the card Woman. So a female figure could also be important, and this female figure could be concerned with the man. Maybe there's confusion with respect to a relationship or your boss or a woman in your life, because I do have Lenormand's cloud as well to clarify the situation you find yourself in. Like I said, confusion could come about maybe with respect to a relationship or with respect to financial matters. 21st to 30th September, I have a very positive Ace of Swords. Mentally, you're going to be quite alive again, and this period, it is your quick thinking, it is your presence of mind which is allowing you to get ahead. Maybe you're confused whether you need to reach out to someone, seek that person's assistance, but this person is going to help you out. Your family could also require your assistance, and you're not going to let them down. Even if you're hesitant, I think you're going to do the needful. Deals are also going to be finalized quickly, and you're going to be paid pronto. You also need to keep a cool head throughout this month, like I said, Aries, because if you don't do the same, it could have a bearing on your health. Archangel Michael is also telling you to shield yourself from harsh energies, from energy vampires. I think you need to do some aura cleansing and banish those negative thoughts. Protect yourself from those situations which are unhealthy for you. With respect to your love life, I do have the card Intimacy, Physical. For some of you, this could be the case. In case you're already romancing, you desire more intimacy in a relationship. Maybe you're also dealing with a person who desires a physical connection with you rather than a more solid relationship. Maybe it could be that this person is more interested in sex rather than cultivating a more permanent bond with you. So keep that in mind. I think some Aries, you could be disappointed with respect to matters of the heart with that card Three of Swords. Maybe that is why there's confusion here. You do have a choice in love with the Lover's card. There are options. Maybe you are getting the chance to choose between two people, but don't string anyone along in case you are disinterested. Maybe you shouldn't give anybody high hopes. I also have this card, I'm just doing what I have to do right now. Maybe because of some kind of friction in a relationship, this person or even you is going to focus on work. Maybe you think, or that person thinks, that this isn't the time to focus on relationships. That is why you could be in hermit mode with this card right here. I think you need to bide your time. Like I said, the universe always does what is best for us. So even if you can't digest the truth at this point in life, I think you should wait for divine timing. You should wait for the storm clouds to pass before you can have a more positive or a more healthier relationship with this person. Even in a marital situation, I think Aries, you need to be very careful with your words, because there could be an angry exchange. Maybe you're also dealing with person like your in-laws. You could have a showdown with them. So keep all those things in mind. The last card in this reading is 333, Trinity, mind, body, soul. You're in the zone. Express your true, authentic self. Oftentimes in this reading, there's been the issue of ethics. I think someone could question your financial moves, or you will desire financial clarity. So the universe is also asking you to do things which are true to yourself. Be principled. Focus on creative matters. So you need to express yourself. Be truthful to your talents as well this month. I hope, Aries, you liked your reading. This is Tarot with Ariana Stark. Do give us your feedback in the comment section. This is Ariana Stark signing off. Take care. Bye. Till the next time.